The Arizona Cardinals made some big-time splashes in free agency yesterday, and honestly, they probably made themselves Super Bowl contenders. With just a couple more signings and draft picks, this team is a serious threat to win the NFC. And being an Arizona Cardinals fan for like 14 years, it's honestly amazing to see them go all in, because after years of mediocre seasons, it gets annoying. Now, obviously, there are still some glaring holes in our team, but I do believe they will be addressed. Now, since this is probably our best team we've had since like 2014, 2015, like there's one player I need to see come back, and that is Larry Fitzgerald. I think I speak for all NFL fans when I say we want to see him hoist the Lombardi Trophy at least once before he retires. Obviously, the decision is up to him, and having him as a wide receiver 3 or 4 would honestly be so great because he's still really solid and has some of the best hands in the league. Now, one move that we did not make yesterday I feel like is going to be kind of detrimental to the team, and that is losing Patrick Peterson. Obviously, you can try to replace him in the draft with someone like Patrick Surtain, or you could pick a veteran free agent up like Casey Hayward or somebody, but since we are in win mode right now, having Patrick Peterson back on this team would be huge, and it would take the secondary to a whole new level. Obviously, Patrick Peterson isn't the same player he used to be and won't go shut down players every single game, but like he's still really good. He knows the scheme we run. He has great ball skills and technique, and that's just something that's going to be a learning curve if we bring in a rookie. And I don't know if we have the time span to do that. Now, honestly, it sucks to see one of the greatest Cardinals of all time leave, but like I wish him the best still, and hopefully he'll be back next year, even though that's unlikely. You know, he signed a one-year deal, so you never know. I'm just going to hope for the best. But with that being said, that's honestly the only thing I don't like about the offseason so far. Steve Keim has done an absolutely tremendous job building out this roster as of now. Now, one of the bigger moves he made yesterday was trading for Rodney Hudson, who was a top 2 center in the NFL, and we got him for a 3rd-round draft pick. I don't think you guys understand how crazy that is. We got I don't know. It's up to you guys. Do you guys think Corey Linsley or Rodney Hudson's the best center? Like, it's up to you. It could go either way. And we got him for a 3rd-round draft pick. This is honestly a glaring hole, and having Mason Cole there is honestly not good enough. So when you can replace Mason Cole with one of the best players in the NFL, I'll take that every single day, and you better pull the trigger every single time for a 3rd-round draft pick. He was set to get released, but the Raiders wanted to get some draft capitalization, so this trade honestly made sense. Steve Keim knew he couldn't let someone like Hudson hit the open market because teams would pounce on him instantly, and you don't want to miss on getting a player like Rodney Hudson. That is a huge pickup for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, there's 2 players who also got re-signed, and those players are being Marcus Golden and Kelvin Beecham. He said in an interview that when he was playing for the New York Giants, he was planning on retiring because he lost love for the game of football, and when the Cardinals traded back for him, he said he got that spark back. I believe this is what led to him ultimately taking the team-friendly deal, because if you guys see his contract details, he could have gotten a lot more money somewhere else. He'll be here for the next 2 years making only $9 million. That is a super team-friendly deal, and for a player like him, that is going to be absolutely amazing, especially since we have J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones coming back. He will be the 3rd focus. That is going to be scary. But since we signed him, that means we had to let Hassan Reddick walk, and honestly, I'm fine with that. He had a great season last year, but obviously with the deal he got from Carolina, teams still want to see if he can do it again. Since now he's in Carolina, he has to prove it because he only got signed to a 1-year deal, and he has to prove his consistency, and if he does, he'll probably get signed to a crazy big deal. Now, Kelvin Beecham is honestly super underrated. He had one of the best seasons for an offensive lineman last year and kind of went under the radar. I'm happy with this re-sign because he's super productive and fills that right tackle spot perfectly. The offensive line we have right now might be the greatest offensive line we've had in team history. And I'm not even joking when I say that. Literally, like, our offensive line has been so mediocre for years and years and years, and I haven't seen an offensive line this good. He signed for the next 2 years, and it'll be a $4 million deal. Again, super team friendly, and I'm loving it. We also addressed our wide receiver 2 position when we signed AJ Green, who I still don't know how I'm feeling about yet because he's still a really great player, don't get me wrong, but he's super injury prone and hasn't really been productive like he's normally been the past couple years. He was kind of unmotivated playing for the Bengals, so maybe a change of scenery just like Carson Palmer did when he came to Arizona and got away from the Bengals and the Raiders, because now he's playing with DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, and potentially one of his idols in Larry Fitzgerald, which will boost his productivity. So signing him, we filled a big hole in our wide receiver 2. It's a 1-year prove-it deal, so it makes sense signing it, and it's a lot less scary than you guys think. Now, this is one of my favorite signings of the day. It's a kicker, but guys, when was the last time when the Arizona Cardinals had a kicker? Please tell me. After all the missed field goals and game-winning field goal attempts we've missed from like 2012 to now, things are actually looking good when we signed Matt Prater, who was a career 83% kicker. He is an absolute cannon of a leg, and I'm absolutely excited to have him on this team. We signed him to a 2-year deal, which seems to be the theme with most signings, and that's mainly because Kyler Murray will be under his rookie deal, and we're in win-now mode, so most of these signings make sense. We also signed some players like Tanner Vallejo and placed a tenure on Dennis Gardeck, which most likely means both of them will be on the roster next season. You know, the Arizona Cardinals need Gardecki back. Now, obviously, we still have some glaring holes, but this is a tremendous start for the Arizona Cardinals. And if I had to give them a grade so far, it would probably be an A. It would be an A+ if we re-sign Patrick Peterson or have like a cornerback, because honestly, that is a huge glaring hole, because right now we only have Robert Alford and Byron Murphy under contract. But again, that could be addressed later on. It's almost like Steve Keim is signing players like his job is on the line or something, which might be the case, because considering we haven't made the playoffs in about like 5 years, the front office might be getting frustrated. We have talent and we just haven't been able to get anything done and anything going. Hopefully these signings make us a Super Bowl contender, but only time will tell. Now I'm going to make a video after this which free agents I want to see the Arizona Cardinals pursue, because obviously we have some holes at like the running back position, the cornerback, like we have a couple holes that need to be patched. I do believe we can do it though, because honestly there's still a decent amount of free agents out there, but like the one I wanted the most is obviously Patrick Peterson. I don't know if we're willing to give him 10 million. That's going to have to come out later in the reports. I don't know. We're about to find out sooner or later though, because Patrick Peterson on his podcast is going to come out and say why he signed with the Vikings, and I honestly don't know. If he had an offer on the table from Arizona, that really doesn't make any sense to me, because this is the best chance we've had to win anything in like the past 5 years. Either we just weren't willing to pay him, or I don't even know. We're about to find out. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. It helps the channel out a ton and I appreciate it. That's all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.